walking in proximity of the stairs.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means that tree there, or if you want me back by some of the ruins, or what.
Wherever you want.
How's that?
Sure.
Using that tree. Oh shit! That thing fucking moves fast, dude.
And I'll let you guys roll. Everyone roll a new initiative, and everyone just roll it with advantage. So roll twice, take the higher. I can adjust everybody's numbers for them. So, Sorey, out of your 2, which was your highest?
The 10.
Okay. Wuce, 24 is good.
Yep.
Sigismund,
10.
10 is their highest.
Yep.
Riceak, 6 is your highest because I saw that 1. Oh no, sorry.
No, 14.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank God.
Thalia,
That's a few crits that have been canceled out.
is 19 good or? Can't quite hear you.
20.
We'll come back.
He's got a 20.
Oh, he's got a 20. Okay. You're not coming through very well in the Discord for me, Thalia. Garn, 18 is good, or get a?
No, that's good.
Okay. Halcyon, 17.
Yes, sir.
Can Azaka use the Magnus's studded leather?
Probably.
I figure she'd probably take some of that downtime to re-up if needed, I guess.
The 18 seconds that you have here.
Well, at least grab it. How long does it take to dawn? I thought it takes like
a minute, probably.
A couple of minutes, yeah.
Well, she can at least grab it, I guess.
She can hug it like a pillow.
I mean, for future re-ups, then I just want her to kind of have some stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
She's not gonna have sex with you, okay?
I'm not trying to have sex with her, man. If I was trying to have sex with her, I'd treat her like crap. I just like having her around, man.
Let's see. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Oh yeah, Faye.
What the hell's on there? Is that a wolf chewing
like
on
it's-
some dude's face?
Yeah, it looks like it.
So it's running after us while dragging something in its mouth that's a human of some sort? Humanoid?
That's just what it looks like right before it murders you. So.
Oh, okay. Because it'd be really scary if it was like trucking towards us while dragging like current dinner. These fuckers aren't fucking around.
I just gotta...
It's foreshadowing.
Oh yeah. I think that looks most like Siggy.
Yeah, I think so too.
This total party kill brought to you by Garn. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
These things are real badass, though.
Carlos, I need my pacifier.
New nickname?
Okay, hold on. Let me see. I just need to tell myself to create a location.
You guys want to hear my impersonation of Garn in like 2 hours?
Yeah. I hope so.
Okay, let's see here.
Stig's like kind of just dancing around, getting ready to volley a serve.
A war dance.
Kind of like the.
Okay, Wuce, you're up. So you get a stealth roll for me, or before the combat? Before the combat, you rolled one, right?
Yeah, I had a 27.
Okay, 27.
That was yeah, before the combat. Can I? So, I'm guessing I still don't see them though, right?
No, they're padding through the ruins on the far side of the boulevard. But you could make a perception check for me, I guess.
I percept away.
Nice.
You can smell them, however, and they kind of you can tell that they're like thirsting for blood. They've been drawn. It's likely that they've been drawn here by the combat, because you can sense now that they are just straight up bloodthirsty, and it's probably the bone tornado that was cutting everybody up, and now all the blood that's been spilled, fresh blood that's been spilled, that's drawn them here.
I'm gonna ready in action.
Okay.
Once one of them.
Riceak and Halcyon, you guys are still kind of flying above the ground, right?
Yeah, we're just like seated up at the top of that ruins, like observing everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready in action whatever first one comes into range of me. Then I'm gonna go and use my move and then attack it melee style.
Okay. Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Oh, Evelyn. Evelyn.
Evermore, Evelyn.
Just remains where she is. Thalia. Did I roll for these guys? Yeah, I did.
Which guys?
Okay, yeah. Thalia's up.
Yes.
I think Mark's
I think.
playing from a potato.
No, we hear him over here.
Yeah, we can hear him fine.
Okay, let me just reconnect to the channel then, because I can't hear him at all.
What? Thanks, Mark.
I ruin everything every time.
No, that was
With
me
pleasure.
this week.
Okay.
Okay, there,
Do you hear
there we
me
go.
now?
Yeah, now I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, that was quite weird. Okay, can I position myself on the Broadway?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
on the thing?
You can dash up there if you like.
Yes, why not?
You're up there by yourself.
Oh, God damn it, this guy, man.
And
Garn.
Garn yells, "Come back!" as he casts a spell.
Well, he's still within my normal speed range, so.
I wouldn't go for it if I were you.
So, can we outline that again? Because I get confused because the edges are so soft. I don't know the actual.
If you click on the image, it'll show you its actual parameter or whatever.
Doesn't let me click on it.
Oh, okay. It's very okay. Actually, I'll do this because this will be helpful for me. But let's see here.
Want me to get rid of it?
No, you can leave it there. I'll just
I get confused by the soft edge, like, because it doesn't have a soft edge as far as the game goes, right? Holy Moses!
That's a big spell.
Moses.
It's 50 by 50. Is that what it is?
It is. Hold on. I didn't think it was that big. 20-foot radius.
Okay, yeah,
So 40 foot across.
So 8, yeah, so 40. Gotcha.
Halcyon.
God damn, that thing's huge.
Halcyon will do, or actually, shit. Halcyon will approach. Let's see. She'll just fly over to the stairs here and then hold her action until someone gets in range, and then hopefully she can do the help action right there. Otherwise, she'll just wait for the next turn.
Okay. Faye. I think she will cunning action hide.
Nice. I think she hid.
She's
And
invisible.
Riceak, you are up.
So,
Did you adjust Faye's HP?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Uh-huh.
I will put her at her max.
Cool. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's alright.
let's see. I think I can hit that actually.
Did it?
Yeah, I think I can. Let's see. Yeah, I will take a shot with the short bow. That's just within range. This one right here. That's just on the edge of the spike growth.
Thalia,
It's-
you don't have dark vision, do you?
I have a mask that grants me dark vision.
Oh, you do. Does Halcyon have dark vision?
Does Halcyon have dark vision? Yes, she does.
Okay.
120 feet.
Okay. Are you currently wearing your mask that grants you dark vision, Thalia? Probably, right?
Probably, yes. If I can.
Okay. Sorry, Riceak, you're up.
Alright. Set hit.
25 does hit. Which one are you shooting? Here, I'll mark these guys.
The one on the very edge of this one right here, the blue one.
Okay.
And I shout down, they've arrived, for anyone else who hasn't noticed.
What'd you say? What was the last thing you said?
For anyone else who hasn't noticed them coming.
So Riceak and Halcyon, you notice a black portal open right in front of one of the Shadow Hounds, and then Garn, right in front of you, a black portal opens as well, and blinking out of nothingness, one of the beasts appears directly in front of you, Garn.
Okay.
Dimension doors.
Okay.
Azaka, saying that like it's a player in the game, drives both of her scimitars into the back of the beast as it appears beside her. If she can hit it.
Wouldn't my ready to attack that thing too then?
Yeah, now you can shoot it with your. Ready to attack as well.
Okay. But it took its turn already?
Yeah, it used Dimension Door as its action.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You can shoot it with your bow, you can't move and hit it.
Oh, I can't move and hit it?
Yeah.
Alright, 1 second.
Uh, 13 is a miss. But you're stealth, so you have advantage, and 19 is a hit. Damage.
15.
Okay. Sigismund, you're up.
Okay. I want to try to get this guy off the cleric.
Good spot, Siggy.
Oh, nice.
Nice. It is a large monstrosity, so none of your extra damage will
New.
apply. But but 29 is a hit.
Use your smite. Did you get double the blows on that?
26. I'm thinking we might need some spell slots for later.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna club it with a sword
26.
again. 25.
25 is a hit.
9 more.
And Sorey, you're up.
Are you telling him that because of his undead thing?
Yes.
Will you do me that courtesy as well?
So you do extra damage to undead things?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, not as much as him, I'm assuming, but...
Well, I think he does extra damage. It's to undead and fiends, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just undeads for me.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and keep it in mind.
Thanks.
I conjure up some fire in my hands and start chucking them at the creature.
26 and 18 are both hits.
So 12 fire damage total.
Another one of the hounds you see, Riceak and Halcyon, blinks in and out of existence.
That bar's still running while he's dead, man.
He's undead now.
Shit.
And Wuce, you're up.
I wanna try and melee attack this dude next to me. $14.
14 is a miss.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Eva.
Evelyn.
Eva. I'm never gonna get it.
You're not even trying.
Not with that attitude.
Swings her blade at the one before her, doing some slashing damage. Actually, God, I wish I had the stats that I gave her for her sword, because she doesn't have it written down on here. I know it can do extra shit, but I didn't like save it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, she did put it on here. Awesome. Okay, she is going to use her blade to
To drink
cast
souls.
Holy Weapon.
Cool.
Then drink all the souls.
Which is not in the fucking DMG, so I have to look it up.
Extra 2d6.
Oh, extra 2d6? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you see kind of these swirling shadows coalesce around the long blade of her greatsword.
It's 2d8. 2d8.
2d8?
Yep, sorry.
It's alright.
Nice. It's a great time for a reroll right there. There's been a lot of ones rolled today, I've noticed.
Yep.
Does it have a duration on it?
Concentration, 1 hour.
Okay, thank you. Evelyn turn is over. Thalia.
Evelyn.
All right. Yeah, it's Evelyn. Thalia's totally baffled why the dog suddenly appeared behind her, and also a bit envious of the ones that are getting attacked by them. And so she quickly runs down the stairs and starts stabbing the blue one.
Just so
from
you know, Mark, I played Thalia in character while you were
very well. Did I take massive amounts of damage?
No, you didn't, but you were jealous of
Aw.
everyone that was. Yeah.
Yeah. Notice me,
Uh.
senpai.
Nice hit.
Are you a cutter?
23 is a hit.
11.
Yeah.
And then do the extra attack.
Okay.
24. 9. Yes, and that's my turn.
Okay. Garn.
For those who are about to hurt Garn, he's going to at least attempt to get some damage in before then. DC 16 saving throw or 4 or 8 damage.
Garn, as you release your spiritual guardians, and you feel that little bit of disconnect between you and Thardhar in this shadowy realm, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. And this is not a personal attack. I already had this planned before you fucked up my plans, so I need you to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw for me. Okay, cool. So, as normal, your spiritual guardians, all your little monkeys begin to swirl around you, and the effects go as normal. Let me get your little radius here.
Monkey Jungle Gym.
And just from now on, like I can't remember really how I always have been doing Spirit Guardians in the past. For when you cast Spirit Guardians from now on, everything will take damage, and then at the start of your next turn,
Okay.
you'll re-roll the damage again. So
No problem.
it changes at the start of your turn every round. The damage
Okay.
that it does, yeah. Which I think is how it's supposed to work. But I'm not sure. I think sometimes I've made you do it for each creature when they start a turn, and sometimes I do it per round. So from now on, to just do every round you re-roll the damage at the start of your turn for it. So just
It's when the creatures start on their turn.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the reason why we were doing that.
okay, yeah,
But I'm
so-
fine doing it either way.
so yeah, they'll at the start of their turn they'll take the 8. And they'll make the save for that, but then at the start of your turn, you can re-roll the damage again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they take initial damage when I first cast it.
Yes. Yeah.
So they take the 8 this time or the 4.
Wisdom.
So they take 8.
Cool. Nice DC there. Does that go up? Will that go up at level 8?
When the proficiency bonus goes up, that's all I can get.
I think
Better
that's, I
for.
think that's level 8, right?
I'll check for you.
So they all take 8 damage. 39.
At level 9, it goes
Level
up.
9. Bummer. Halcyon, you're up.
Halcyon will do a flyby on the blue one again and then fly up next to me and sit at the top of the ruins.
So the flyby on the creatures, that gives them...
It's like a help action for me to attack.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
so I get advantage on it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And yeah.
Faye will shoot the one next to Azaka. Actually, she'll maybe draw her rapier. She'll do a vicious rapier. 21 piercing damage, and then
Nice.
disengage. Disengage back to where she was. Riceak, you're up.
So I'm gonna try to shoot again with my short bow at the blue dog. Oh, I get advantage though. So
22 is a hit. 14 total.
yep, and that's my turn.
So as these shadow hounds have all kind of teleported up in between all of you, you've noticed now that the air around them has kind of, or the air around you guys has grown kind of colder. At the start of its turn, it takes Spirit Guardians damage. And so take another 8. And then with what looks like its last breath, the beast, the large hound, begins to suck in air. And then in a cone, hitting Riceak, since you're up in the air, this will miss you, but Wuce and Garn, I need you guys to make dex saves for me. So you, Garn, take.
I'm gonna hold up. I'm gonna spend the inspiration point and try to roll again. Okay, I use my reaction to use my dampen element.
Okay.
So basically, I take half of that.
So you both take 25 cold damage.
And then, can I use my
And you can half that. You can half that to 12, Wuce.
for cunning dodge, right?
Yeah.
Uncanny.
Uncanny, thank you.
It's 25 for you, Garn, and 12 for you, Wuce. Cold damage.
Shit, it's cold in here. My teeth chatter and echoes throughout the ruins.
Yeah, the force of the blast hits Garn full on, and it almost totally encases him in ice. And then you see him like throw his arms back, and all the ice kind of shatters off of him. And then you take the like rest of that freezing kind of. You feel all the like hairs that are sticking up from you, Wuce, kind of frost over and harden.
Nice. Which one did that?
The one,
one?
red one.
Red
Yeah.
one, gotcha.
Azaka tries to strike with her scimitars, one of them sinking deep into the side of the creature. Looks like it's barely hanging on. And Sigismund, you're up.
Okay. I'll hit the thing who looks like it's just about dead.
Okay. You turn swinging Gladia around. 14 is a miss. It almost buckles at the same time that you turn to swing your blade, and you kind of just whoosh over its head. And then you bring it back around and crack it down on the top of the creature. You can feel its spine kind of break under the weight of your blade as it sinks into its back, and it falls dead.
Yes.
Sorey, you're up.
I'm going to attack the blue one, I believe, is the one that's taking damage now. Does 18 hit?
18 does hit. 13.
Fire damage.
Fire damage. Let me check its resistance and immunities. Okay. It takes fire damage. And it doesn't seem to be like ultra vulnerable to your flame or anything. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is. Actually, I'm gonna move away too.
Okay. The one behind you, Sigismund, draws in a cool breath. You can feel all the air kind of drop 10 or 15 degrees around you as it blows I need a DC 13 dex save from you and Azaka.
Oh boy.
As it blows
Dex.
a cone of cold.
8.
8. Where's Azaka? Dex.
Come on, Azaka.
She makes it. So Sigismund, you take 48 cold damage.
Reapers.
And 24 for Azaka.
God damn, it's cold in here.
And the one there, so I just gotta make sure I get cone, 15-foot cone, so it's like
5 foot in front of you, and then goes out
Yeah.
to 10, then goes out to 15.
yeah.
It just depends on who you want to hit.
Like that, right?
Yep.
So Sigismund and Wuce, I need you both to make dexterity saving throws for me.
8.
Oh boy.
I'm in trouble.
24.
So
Jeez.
53,
Oh, boy.
53 cold damage. Sigismund, as you turn, you feel the cold breath being drawn in from both directions behind you, and then just as you turn, the cones of cold just envelop you, and you guys see Sigismund kind of getting cased in a brick of ice. And he's got this like frozen look of horror on his face as he kind of turns and to see these two blasts coming in. Wuce, you just take 26.
Yeah, just 26. No bigs.
Yeah.
At least it's not 53.
And
Sorry, Sig.
Wuce, you're up.
Well.
You're not dead, right? You get some
I'm
Yes.
down.
death saving throws.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and put some whoop ass on that green one for hitting me.
Okay.
$17.
17 is a hit. Damage.
Ugh.
11 is a miss. And what? Oh, but that dagger's magical. So
Yeah.
I think you jam your dagger. These beasts are pretty large, so you try to stab at it with your offhand, and your dagger gets caught between the fangs, the large protruding fangs of one of these wolves, and it's like stuck in his teeth like a toothpick almost.
Hey, give me that back.
Evelyn misses with strength. And Thalia, you're up.
Yes, so I'll make a how is it? Goading attack onto
There's a,
this one.
I don't know if you guys ever watched. There's a series that Chris Perkins runs called Dice Camera Action. It's on YouTube, and I watch a lot of that. And there's a character in the show called Evelyn.
Yeah, and the process character is named that.
Yeah, and so it's like I can't get it out of my mouth, you know.
And He-Man had Evelyn.
Yeah, that's what I always think about.
But sorry, Thalia, you're up.
All right, I'll make a goading attack onto the one in front of me. So I'll just add the D4 like after I attacked it, right?
I think so.
I add
No,
it.
don't you add a D? Well, I don't know. You told me how your superiority dice work.
Or is it? Oh, wait a second.
Are you a fighter?
I think it's a D8.
Yes,
A
it's a
fighter's
D8.
a D8,
So
depending
Yeah.
on
Oh,
your
okay.
level.
Yeah.
Are you 7th level fighter?
Yeah.
yes.
It's no, you just got extra abilities. It goes up again on 10th.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll add the D8 after the attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or I don't even have to. Like. Okay, so it has to do a wisdom saving throw, and the save is 16.
It fails.
Okay, so it if it doesn't attack me, it has disadvantage.
Okay. Do you have another attack?
No, I'll have to do the damage first. So
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
And another attack.
Yeah.
22
22 is a hit.
for 8.
Garn, you're up.
Garn doesn't like his position, so he's moving. That way, if the things breathe again, it's only going to be one of us, hopefully. And Sigmund, or let's see here. I'll attack, but then Sigmund, here's your healing word.
Thank you.
For 6, and then
Bam.
I'm going to attack the green one. $21 to hit for 26 points of damage.
Nice.
By the way, this is also the reason why, if they're supposed to take damage on their turn, if you do your attack, if I don't roll damage again, they could knock out my spell, which they did. So they don't take any more. Spirit Guardians are gone.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how the aura went away, but
I took it off.
oh, did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually my reminder for myself when I.
Understood. Well, I mean, Spirit Guardians, I rolled a Constitution save and didn't make it. And,
Gotcha. Yeah.
so it's gone, and I did my turn.
Cool. Halcyon.
Halcyon will give me the attack help action on the blue one again.
Okay. Faye pops a shot with her bow.
At which one? Green or blue?
Blue guy. And it kind of Sigismund, the ice begins to kind of disperse and melt away from you as you receive Garn's healing, and as you are like prone on the ground, and this beast is kind of snarling in your face, much like this token right here. You see an arrow from the side sink right into the creature's eye, and it falls down dead.
It does love shooting faces.
Is
Loves
that for
the
every,
shots.
by the way, is that for every spell I cast?
What's that?
The save.
Nope, just for Spirit Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it didn't even attack me.
But that's something that Garn, the character, doesn't know.
No issue there.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
was asking
Yeah.
if I need to make it for the healing
Yeah,
spell.
no, just that. Yeah, just the Spirit Guardians. Yeah. Riceak, you're up.
So I'll take a shot at the. Let's see. At the green one, since it's the only one alive. Yeah. Does that hit?
16 just hits. Yes.
All right. Where's sneaked? Pretty consistent damage there. And that's my turn.
Okay. Zaka comes in with her scimitars. And Sigismund, you're up.
Okay. I'll run up and try to hit the thing. 12?
12 is a miss.
15.
15 is also a miss.
Bonus action, I will heal myself.
Okay. Sorey. So it takes
Half of 8.
half of 8.
Yay!
The creature tries to chomp on Azaka, biting her for 27 piercing damage.
Is he considered a magical creature?
She's gonna take half.
Gotcha.
Yeah. 10, 11, 12, 13. And Wuce, you're up.
More melee.
Sorry, I gotta pee so bad right now, so be right back. Sorry.
This guy. Anyone got any plans this weekend?
Going
Yes.
to a eat fondue tomorrow for a friend's birthday.
Fondue.
I don't. I think it's too hot to fuck.
Are you talking about the fondue or just in general?
No, the guy's not my type, but you know. But it's the I forget. There's some place that does this stuff all the time. Melting pot, I think is what it's called. So we're going to the melting pot.
Gotcha. Anyone have a good 420? Anyone observe 420?
Not anymore.
I saw a picture or video of Hyde Park in London. It was full of people, and there was like fog from all the smoking.
As it should be.
Yeah, I'm working back-to-back 12-hour shifts, so I didn't really partake at all.
Damn, that sucks.
Well, I get OT, and so I just comp it. So basically work this weekend or these next 2 days for 2 extra days of vacation, which is
Cool.
nice.
I do most of my prep on like Friday night and in the mornings on game day, so usually I get up like an hour or an hour and a half before we start and just do final prep and make sure that I'm ready. And so usually by the time we start, I've already had like 4 cups of coffee, so at midway through the game, I'm usually like pissing every 12 seconds.
Either that or you're drinking wine and pissing every.
Well, I've been lately trying to not get drunk during the game, so I've been overcompensating my alcohol consumption with double the amount of coffee, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But sorry about that. Wuce, you're up.
Jeez, thanks for making me wait, man.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. Melees. 26.
26 is a hit.
For 27.
Nice hit.
27.
Add 8 to that. 29.
Dang.
And that is my turn.
Evelyn.
Very, very
Nice.
Misses completely.
Maybe you should
Thalia,
keep
you're
on
up.
Yeah, so I'll
Listen.
like squeeze through here. This does work, right? Yeah, I think so. And then make a goading attack.
Okay.
How will you goad them?
I don't know, stab it really hard.
Tickle its belly.
Yeah, exactly. So 23.
Yes, that is a hit.
So it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Fail.
It fails, yeah. And the damage?
How
14.
How do you kill the beast?
Oh, come on. Why am I even trying? I'll tickle its belly.
Yeah.
You tickling it to death?
Yes, exactly.
And it's like pissing itself as it's dying.
Oh no.
And
shaking the
the creature, falls down dead from Thalia's tickles.
Is it laughing at least?
Like a hyena.
Yeah, it kind of cackles, and you see like momentarily one of those black portals try to appear, but then it kind of like doesn't. It's not able to form all the way, and you see like black X's over its eyes as it like gets tickled to death. You know. Yeah.
Sweet. So, are these things pretty? Like their hides look interesting.
Big, big, shaggy, thick, black wolf hides. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but we might need to rest, find some shelter.
Yeah, I can heal one more time, and then I'm down to 1 spell per level, and that's it.
I'm gonna grab my dagger and then try and help pelt these things.
Sure, give me a survival.
Who else is hurt?
Me. I'm
Okay.
next to you.
Yeah, just stay there, and I'll get the 3 of us.
You managed to skin 2 of them pretty deftly. The third one looks to be kind of cut up too much to really get any good use out of its pelt. Got big gashes down its sides from a couple great swords and stuff.
What kind of pelt should I write down?
Nighthound pelt. X2.
Sigmund and Wuce both got 23 hit points back.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
Why don't you give me, Sorey, a couple of Arcana checks for the ring and the pearl?
And those
Alright.
boots.
The studded leather. Well, like if you succeed on the Arcana checks, okay. So, you recognize the ring instantly. You've read or seen these before. It is a ring of spell storing.
Sounds cool.
The pearl, you're not quite so sure about. You might have to identify it.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. But first, I want to kind of look for some ruins that aren't totally shit on, and maybe like try to find shelter for now.
We're doing all this in the shelter, yeah.
Oh yeah, let me just move maps here.
Can I notice any other creatures coming towards our position?
No, but you do notice that the battle across the way with the bone tornado seems to have ended. The two big ogre-like monstrosities that engaged with it seem to still be standing, and the bone tornado seems to no longer remain. But it does seem like there are a few slain cultists lying dead, fresh pools of blood spewing out from them.
We tagged it. WoW rules. We get XP and loot.
So I relayed that to everyone down below.
You see you see a few more cultists coming out of the temple now, and they look like they're maybe healing or patching up their monstrous workers, and they begin to strap up their big obsidian blocks again and continue to drag them towards the ziggurat. why don't you make a survival check for me, Sorey?
I'll give him guidance.
Okay. In the immediate vicinity, it looks like most of the ruined structures aren't going to give you guys much cover.
So can I look around also?
Sure, yeah. Garn, you looking around you after the chaos of the battle, and a lot of the structures look pretty ruined, but you glance up to the cliff walls that Omu rests in, and you notice a big crack in one of them that looks like it goes into some sort of cave or something, and it looks like maybe a good place, far better than anything else that you could spot around the immediate ruins to take cover in.
So I start guiding people there.
Yeah. It seems to be maybe just a natural crack in the rocks. It doesn't go in too deep, but it does provide cover and shelter. Maybe like a 10 by 15 foot opening in the side of the face of the jagged cliff sides that kind of encompass Shadow Omu now. And you guys find a place to get out of the naked, barren landscape.
Okay, this has not been a fun place to come to.
Oh, before we start moving, I do one of those like dog drying shakes to shake all those icicles off my hair.
Sure.
Whoever's next to me takes 1d4 damage.
I fall over dead.
JK, guys, JK. I'm guessing this is our camping spot?
I know I need rest.
Are we doing that dome thing again? I say to Sorey.
Azaka says, I know I pledged myself to your party for the duration of your time here in Cholt, but I did not sign up for the Shadow Realm, so this part of our journey you're going to have to pay me for.
Okay.
And you can kind of tell that she's like joking, but
if that armor's any good, you need to wear it.
it's a +2 studded leather.
And also, if no one's gonna use those javelins, I know she uses javelins, so.
Yeah,
Yep.
she could use the javelins of thunder as well. Sure.
What's the axe? What type of axe is it?
It is a two-handed great axe.
Can't make anything a dwarven battle axe, can you?
No.
Thing's got to be a great axe.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know.
I walk over to Sorey and I ask if he knows anything about the boots or the dog oxen onyx figurine.
Yeah. Give me 2 more Arcana checks, Sorey.
What's up?
Wuce is asking about a couple items he got off of Babar. So just give me 2 more Arcana checks. So the boots are boots of speed. When you wear these boots, a bonus action to click the heels together. If you do, the boots double your walking speed. Any creature that makes an opportunity attack against you has disadvantage. Click your heels together again to end the effect. When the boot's property has been used for a total of 10 minutes, the magic ceases to function until you finish a long rest. The other item is a... It's not in the SRD, so I gotta pull out my Dungeon Master's Guide real quick. But it is an onyx figurine that appears to look like a hound. It is a... Onyx dog. This onyx statue of a dog can become a mastiff for up to 6 hours. The mastiff has an intelligence of 8, can speak common. It also has dark vision to a range of 60 feet and can see invisible creatures and objects within that range. Once it has been used, it can't be used again until 7 days have passed.
So I relay that information to Wuce. Like, you don't know what these are? Are you fucking stupid? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. These are the most basic of basic magic items. Like, how do you not know this?
I walk away from him. Hey, don't steal my sunshine, man. I just got done killing Magnus, man. Like I can't be shaded right now.
Can I see that opal
The onyx?
or the onyx? Yeah.
Oh, you mean the head? You have the head. I gave you the head.
Oh, okay. I take out the head.
Okay.
While he does that, I'll start on Tiny Hut.
And if it's still embedded within the head, I start taking it out. Take a knife and start pulling it out.
Oh, can I do that for you?
If you want to.
I might do a better job, but also I just want to inflict more damage on the Magnus.
You go right ahead.
You start trying to pry the opal out of the skull of Magnus.
Yes.
Can you make a charisma saving throw for me?
Oh, Jesus.
So you begin to pry the gem, the black opal, from the skull of Magnus, and your vision begins to swim a little bit. You see black smoke begin to rise out from the opal, and the rest of you, whatever you're doing in the cave, you notice. You begin to feel like a tickle in the middle of your forehead, Wuce, and it becomes more painful. And when the pain eventually subsides and your vision clears, you reach up and you touch your forehead, and you feel protruding from the center of it a black, smooth stone.
No, God damn it. Does anyone else see it?
Anyone with dark vision would notice.
What the I look over at Garn and I point to it.
You might want to get Sorey to figure out what it is, and then let's deal with it after the fact.
Oh, he's gonna shade the shit out of you.
And you hear in your mind, Wuce, a new friend. I was growing tired of that stubborn fool before you. Welcome. My name is Dulb. And I'm
hearing noises, guys.
From now on.
What was the last thing you said?
My name is Dulb, and I will be commanding you from now on.
It's blood backwards.
Yeah.
Does anyone else hear this guy, this Dulb guy? Anyone? Can anyone hear me?
First, you don't know the most basic magic items. Now you're hearing voices.
All I'm hearing is Sorey. Is this my hell? Am I in hell? God damn it.
It's just like another day, I think.
And then, after the voice kind of subsides, Wuce, you begin to have an intense desire. You feel like an empty rumbling in your stomach, and you feel an intense desire to start seeking out rats and killing them.
No fucking. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Oh my god. The irony. The fucking irony.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
God damn it.
So some point in the night, you disappear out into the shadow ruins of Omu, searching for rats to consume.
Self-loathing.
Fuck that. Actually, before I did do that,
Can we get Sorey
Anyone
to
have any-
identify it?
yeah, for sure, if he's down, but also, I have a extra pair of boots now. If someone wants them.
What do they do? This is the boots of speed?
I was wondering, maybe I should take the speed ones and give you the other boots I have.
What are the other ones?
They're the false tracks. They leave behind any sort of humanoid track you want.
So you will be moving at, is it just doubling the speed, or does it double all your speed?
Here, I'll post it.
I mean, you're gonna be moving at 120 no matter what, but you may even more than that.
Do you want the false tracks boots?
I don't really have any use for them, but
Maybe Zaka wants them?
The boots?
The false track boots?
Sure.
I give her the boots of false track.
Okay.
Nice. You can have 180-foot movement.
Wait, how does that work?
It doubles your walking speed. So if you dash, doubles that. Regular doubles that, and then your cunning action doubles that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's sickening.
Well, I think
Well, and I'm 35 speed. I'm not
you would
30.
35.
probably cunning action dash, making your speed 60, then click the boots.
mean
Make
70.
it 120.
Well,
You're
it's
going off
it lasts for 10 minutes, so that first round he's at 120. After that he's at whatever he is.
I'm
If he uses
35.
everything.
So that'd be
140.
140. And then 70. Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, that's sickening. And awesome at the same time.
Well, it'd either be 60 or 120, I think. It wouldn't, like...
it would be 140 because he's 35 movement.
Oh, yeah, so 70 normal move, or... Yeah, 140 cunning action dash move. Yeah.
Alright, let me break this down.
You're gonna be all over that battlefield, bro.
Could we get it experience now? Maybe?
Yeah. Uh, 1,400 apiece.
Oh, so close.
33,100.
If only that, if you guys would have only killed that bone tornado.
Yeah, and then those dogs would have killed us. We're
How-
900 short.
900 short?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just take level 8 then.
Can you post the wolf, the hound onyx thing as well?
No, because it's not in the SRD, so I can't copy and paste it. But it's called Onyx Hound, and I'm sure you can Google it pretty easily.
Hey, Ryan,
Yeah.
question. When you said my passive wisdom was gone down to a 15 because of my connection with the god, does that mean that my bonus to wisdom was gone? Or because part of my ability is observant, which is not anything to do with wisdom.
It's the Shadowfell, bro.
Well, he said specifically it was because of my connection to my god. I'm just trying to figure out my number.
I mean, I
If it's 15, I'll stop arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm just asking. That's all.
it's yeah. I mean, I mean, I just imagine that, you know, the. So I mean, you can think of it in the observant as in terms of strictly mechanic, or you can think of it in terms of you being a perceptive, you know, cleric of Thardhar,
Okay.
and your survival in the jungle is so prevalent because, you know, he guides you in that way, and that connection is severed. So, you know, you can think of things in terms of strictly mechanic ways or story ways, or a meshing of the two. And I'm meshing those two things together right now for this purpose of just being in the Shadowfell for this short amount of time that we will probably be here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, like eating rats, crying, yelling out, "My God, why?" With like bloody rat guts pouring out of my mouth. Fuck you, Droolb, you piece of shit.
Did you have any spell slots left for Identify before you guys fully rest, Sorey?
It's a ritual, so I can do it.
Okay, so, Pearl.
First the pearl I have.
Pearl of Power.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
While this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain one expended spell slot. The expended spell slot of 4th level or higher. The new slot is 3rd level. Once you have used the pearl, it can't be used again until next dawn. The axe
said
is
4th level or higher?
If the expended slot. Oh, that's weird. That's like a typo in the SRD.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay.
That reads weird.
Yeah.
What is the typo though? How's it supposed to read?
If the expended slot, it's probably is of 4th level or higher. The new slot is 3rd level, so you can use it. Yeah. So basically, you can regain up to 3rd level. If it's up to 4th level or higher, you regain a 3rd level.
Ah.
Gotcha.
So it's basically, I don't know why it just doesn't read. You regain a spell slot of 3rd level. You know, I don't know.
Also, are there any spells in the Ring of Spell Storing already?
You know, I think there might be.
This song.
Because Magnus never really got to do much. What was stored in there?
I mean, except for cursing me, kind of.
Well, you did that yourself.
I blame Garn.
Hey, Garn tried to do it, you know.
Yeah. What was stored in the ring is the spell Hallow. You touch a point and infuse an area around it with unholy power. The area can have a radius of 60 feet, and the spell fails if the radius includes an area already under the effect of Hallow. The effect of the area is subject to the following effects. This spell is very long, so...
It's called Hallow.
Yeah, Hallow.
Is it out of the regular book?
Celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead can't enter the area, nor can such creatures charm, frighten, or possess creatures within it. Any creature charmed, frightened, or possessed upon entering the area, any creature charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed upon entering the area. So basically, like, it confines this space to humanoids only. It kicks everyone else out. Second, you can bind an extra effect to the area. Choose effect from the following list: Courage, Darkness, Daylight, Energy Protection, Everlasting Rest, Extra Dimensional Interference, Fear, Silence, Tongues. So it's pretty. I'll just post it.
Yeah, it's a level 5 evocation.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
Oh, your message is too long. We've set the limit at 2,000 characters to be courteous to others. So, Hallow. So that's the one spell stored in the ring.
I believe that's...
So you can disperse it and put your own spells in there. You try to identify the axe, and you're instantly struck by this dark force. And the only thing that you understand from trying to identify it is that whoever is attuned to it becomes cursed. And then the wielder then knows the effects of the blade.
So who wants to attune to this axe and try it out for me?
I can't use it.
Can you look at this fucking stone in my head?
Oh yeah, let's take a look at that.
So you try and identify the opal on Wuce's head now as well?
Yeah.
So you guys see Sorey approach Wuce and begin to examine the opal now protruding from the center of his forehead. And as he leans in to examine it, he kind of his eyes kind of glaze over white as you cast your identify spell on it, Sorey, and you find yourself in this room of total darkness. It feels like you're sitting on some sort of like stone throne or something, but you can't see anything. It's complete blackness, and but you feel this very dark presence nearby, and out of the shadows and the darkness, you see this white face appear, and it has these black opaline pools for eyes, much like the stone embedded in Wuce's forehead. And you see it's this very rounded face. The features aren't, it's almost like Voldemort almost, very thin lips and malformed features, and he leans in, and you guys are basically nose to nose. And his lip kind of curls up on one end, and he says, soon you will all be my servants. I will offer all of your body and souls to the new god about to be born, and he will bless upon me the power to return to the material plane, where I will rule again. And then you kind of all see Sorey collapse and faint to the floor. throughout the rest of the night, you each have troubled rest. And you all are troubled by also nightmares, basically. Wuce, you see yourself, you see yourself kind of flowing through the river that runs through Omu. The stream is filled with hundreds, thousands of rats, and you're all writhing and rushing down towards the volcanic pool at the base of Omu. You just in the middle of them all of you writhing and just before you go off the falls into the volcanic pool below, you wake up, sweat pouring from your brow, feeling weak and panicked. Make a Constitution save for me.
Me or Sorey?
You. So you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. Riceak, you have a nightmare. You're standing at the bow of a ship, sailing through the sea. It's a clear, bright blue day. You feel exuberant and joyful, and you see the familiar shadow of Halcyon kind of glide over the ship, pass over your head, and then moments later you feel a long blade drive through your back, piercing your heart and coming out the front of your chest, and you turn and you see the elven form of Halcyon transformed, and she gives you an evil grin as you slump on the end of her blade and slide off and topple over the end of the ship, and you wake up in a sweat, feeling weak and disoriented. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. You suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Nuts.
Sorey and Garn, you share a dream. For one of you, maybe it's pleasurable. For the other, somewhat terrifying. Garn, you're strapped to a table in a dark room. You're stripped down to nothing but a dirty, soiled loincloth. Parts of your flesh have been flayed away. You have you've been pierced and clamped, and all sorts of horrible things have been done to you, and you feel a presence coming towards you, and there's this single light that's kind of illuminating this table that you're strapped to, and you see the face of Sorey appear in the light above you, and you can see kind of a horned being standing behind him, and he just gives you a pearly grin. And you both wake up from that same dream at the same time. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws for me.
I wanted to say, though, before we woke up from the dream, as I'm standing over him, like in the dream, I tell him, "Why, Garn, I've never known you to be so adventurous."
You both suffer 1 level of exhaustion as you wake up sweating, and maybe Sorey, you a little excited at least. Actually, Sorey, I'll let you make that with advantage. Make that Constitution save with advantage. Okay, well, you still wake up tired and drained. Thalia, you have this dream of being lashed to this pole, and
Continue.
Three different figures whipping you with these long flanged whips. These cats of 9 tails, but they're very long, and they crack with each slash down your back, and you feel the flesh tearing away from behind you, and your blood dripping down your back, and you gain an inspiration.
I enjoy every second of it.
Yes. Sigismund,
Yes.
you walk to the edge of these shadowed streets of Omu, and you wade across the wide river and stop before one of these dark temples. You can hear the voice of your childhood friend singing this beautiful melody. And then the temple bursts into flame and begins to crumble, and stepping out from it, a familiar face, once that you've fought before, with a marking of a three-pronged mace on the side of her cheek. Her vision narrows into yours, and you wake up. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I would like to use an inspiration, please.
Okay. You suffer
well.
one level of exhaustion.
Alright.
That's everybody that's actually physically here, right?
I
think so.
think so, yeah.
You wake up in the morning, feeling weary and tired, and wishing that you had never stepped through that tear and followed Babar the Grey into this shadow realm.
That's not true.
I go over to Wuce, and I look at him, and I go, "This is gonna hurt." And as I reach toward the opal, I cast Remove Curse, and then I try to pull the opal out of his head.
You're not. Are you proficient in religion?
Nope. That's intelligence. I am not an intelligence person.
Which seems ridiculous to me, but
same here.
Okay. Cast.
Can
you cast a spell for me? Can you cast a spell for me?
Sure. Let me pull it up.
Did we regain HP and stuff from our long rest?
Yeah. You regained HP, but you just suffered a level of exhaustion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That means you have disadvantage.
It's
on ability checks,
like
right?
ability checks. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I believe it's ability
At your
checks.
touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks. Okay. As you reach out and touch the opal on Wuce's forehead, Garn, and you cast your spell, it kind of like burns your hand, and you see the flash of that white face with the opaline eyes, but he's like angrily snarling at you, and it's just a momentary flash, but then the opal falls and clatters to the ground at your feet, Wuce, and there's this like the flesh is missing, and Garn, you can see like the bone of Wuce's skull there between where the skin is separated and the opal is protruded, but it falls to the ground, and the presence and the hunger kind of leave you as the opal does, Wuce.
I forced myself to vomit.
Yeah. And little rat bones come out of your stomach, tails and all little rat parts of a full belly of feasting on shadow rats for the night.
I'm surprised that wasn't my nightmare. Just like gorging on rats.
Yeah. Well, that was your reality.
Turns out I didn't need a night. Thank you, Garn. I don't know what you did.
I take the and I will use the cloak to pick the opal up, and I'm going to continue to fold it up until it's in the middle of the cloak.
Okay.
And then I put that in my backpack.
And Sorey, Thalia, when you sleep at night, do you take off your mask that gives you dark vision?
Yes, I suppose.
So when you guys wake up in the morning, all groggy and feeling like shit, um, through the translucent screen of the tiny hut, you both see the shadow of a presence, Sorey and Thalia, standing in the mouth of the cave that you're camping in. The rest of you can't see her, though. Anyone with dark vision can't see her. But you notice she has this kind of brown hair that's streaked with white, and she has a dark hood pulled up over her head, but poking out from the sides, you can kind of see elven ears, long elven ears, and they're kind of pierced with several different loops and um, different types of piercings. And she has a dark cloth wrapped around one eye, around her head, and it covers one of her eyes. And she has kind of pale gray skin. You can see that she has a bow slung around her back, and her dark cloak kind of covers the rest of her body. But she seems to just be peering into the cave at the rest of you. And Sorey and Thalia, you kind of rouse and see her standing there covering the gray light that would normally be pouring in. She's kind of this shadowed figure blocking some of that. And then she kind of steps away and disappears back out into the shadowy streets of Omu. And I think that's a good place to end our session this week.
Hey Ryan, do you see my message to you?
No, but I'll look at it.
Don't forget, this level we get either ability or feat.
What's that?
Ability increase or feat.
Yeah.
That's if you're not multi-classing, right?
Right. If you're 8th level in one class, or you got 4 in the other.
But then she kind of moves out of the door, the opening of the crag that you've been resting in for the night, and she kind of disappears from your sight, Thalia and Sorey.
All right.
Did you see that?
Yes. What was that?
It looked like an elf.
Yeah, I noticed it too. But what does an elf do in this kind of place?
I don't know.
Why
Do you
don't
think
you
she's...
why don't you give me a history check? Are you proficient in history? You are proficient in history, right, Sorey?
I am.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you give me a history check?
Oh shit.
I'm proficient in history as well.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you give me one as well? Sorey, you know, probably a lot of a lot more of your studies were probably more focused on the Feywild, and even though you know the Shadowfell exists, you never really studied up too much on what that actually means, and you focus more on the Feywild side of the two closest alternate planes that rest as like kind of neighbors to the prime material plane. And Thalia.
That sounds
Sorry, go
logical.
ahead. Yeah, logical.
I was saying that sounds logical because of the whole my initial encounter with a Fey being.
Yeah. Thalia. You know, you don't know too much else about the Shadowfell either, except for the fact that it is a place that exists. And, you know, that is kind of common knowledge. The common knowledge about it would be that about 1,000 years ago, during the spell plague, the goddess Shar killed the goddess Mistra, and then took the shadow plane and the negative energy plane and combined them and made it her realm. And that's kind of would be the common Faerunian knowledge or history that most people would know about during the spell plague.
All right.
But that's probably a good place to end this week. And I'm on vacation now this upcoming week, so next week actually I will be
Someplace fun.
someplace else, yeah, and I won't be able to run next week, so
Okay.
we'll have a week off, unfortunately.
Well, that's convenient. I'll be out of town too.
Yeah, so.
I guess I'll leave town as well then.
But well done, and Garn, no hard feelings.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I ruined your plan.
yeah, it's all good, man. You know, it's I understand. I totally understand that the
Yeah, I mean,
the mechanics,
is it really ruined?
the mechanics.
I mean,
well, what was it's not some of the things that things would have happened differently if, yeah, you know, it's.
I mean, it's the Shadowfell. Anything can happen, right?
Well, not when the characters are dead, officially.
Yeah.
What
Sort of
happens
dead
in
in quotes.
Shadowfell stays in Shadowfell.
Okay.
But you know,
Yeah, real
it's
good.
things just happen differently, and it's okay. I mean, I understand wanting me to work in within the mechanics of the rules and stuff, which I try to do most of the time. But occasionally you have to suspend disbelief for story to work as well. But you know, it's all good. It's not detrimental for anything, and
We survived.
yeah, and you survived, and you still though find yourself trapped in the Shadowfell, and you are quickly realizing that is a pretty terrible place to be.
Seems that way. What's the deal with that dragon flying around?
Just put an opal in its forehead.
Well, it's just a cool set piece for the map, but you don't know. Maybe there's a shadow dragon flying about as well.
Oh, so you're saying we don't actually see it when we're on the boulevard?
Yeah, you probably don't see it. I just like the way it looks.
It does look cool. I like
Yeah.
the shadow it casts on the water as well. That's nice.
Yeah.
Reminds
But-
me of that Game of Thrones ad.
It's not something that you've necessarily noticed as of yet.
Okay.
But I hope that 3.5 hour slug was fun for you guys. Slugfest.
It was fun. Lots of character development.
Welcome to level 8.
You know, now having tasted rat, I can see the appeal.
Oh my god.
He's no longer a vegan.
Tastes like chicken.
But
Chicken of the Shadowfell.
There does seem to be some serious cultist activity going on in this alternate plane, as the death curse is beginning to culminate, and it does seem like from the state of these temples, maybe these cultists have been working on these temples since the beginning of the first signs of the death curse, and it does appear that the darker forces of the world are now flocking to the Shadowfell to make their dark offerings to this new god that may be birthed.
You there? Right.
Yeah? Did I cut out?
Maybe birthed?
Birthed.
Oh, okay. There's some dead air there.
Yeah. And I guess I'll catch you guys in 2 weeks.
Have a good
All
vacation.
right.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Thanks
Yes,
for the game.
enjoy.
Take it easy, guys.
So we all leveled up then, right?
You would be considered level 8 right now. Yes.
I disappear.
Yeah.
Alright, bye guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.